Hey. Tab for the Out of This World story from our space. Sometimes life hits you like a ton of bricks. It laid you down and you don't think you'll ever recover. But you can. Today on our space, we can't give up. We must keep going. We can't let the hurt take us. Up first, don't pick at the scab. Husband left, blocked me, and said we are done. My 25 female, husband 25 male, and I have not had the best relationship within the past few years, but I never expected this. We've been together since we were 16. We had a big fight, and he packed his things and left. He left for good. Days went by, and he blocked my phone number. I had no clue where he was, what he was doing, or who he was with. He deleted my photos from his Instagram profile and blocked me there in Facebook. He unfriended all of my friends and family. He finally ended up texting me after I told him I'd file a police report since he had been missing. He told me not to contact him anymore, and he is now single, which is obviously not true as we are still legally married. I later found out for the first few days he was missing, he was staying with friends of friends and out partying. I saw a video of him in a club, obviously drunk, dancing with another girl. My heart shattered. I feel completely broken. I can barely eat. Everything I do eat, I throw up. I cannot sleep. Every time I try to sleep, anxiety keeps me awake. I'm staying with family now, but that does not bring me joy either. I have thought about how I don't want to continue living. I've had anxiety and depression before this, but I have never felt this helpless in my life. It's come to the point where I'm concerned about keeping my job as well since I can't concentrate to get work done. All I want is to see him, to hear from him, even though he hurt me so badly. I just want to feel okay again, and I don't know how. After the betrayal and abandonment. A quick word for the community. Federal Captain 1736 has this to say. I'm so sorry you're experiencing this. Please get a therapist ASAP, at least to see you through this initial shock and your physical reaction. Though his actions are harsh, he's making it easier for you to accept the change. Some people are strung along for months without breadcrumbs of hope. It may seem impossible right now, but believe this. You can and will feel better. There is good life yet to come, and you can get to it. Please take good care of yourself along the way. Odds to you, OP. I'm so sorry, OP. That's no way to treat anyone. Sometimes life really throws us unexpected cards. These things can be really jolting, and it's natural to have the reaction yet you are. You're in shock. I think the comments are right. Definitely seek out a therapist to go through this trauma. Update. Husband brought the other woman to our house. My husband left me 2 months ago for another woman. I found this out through trickle truths, other people, and social media after he assured me he wasn't seeing anyone and just needed time alone. Last time I saw him, 2 days ago, he kissed me and told me he loved me. And he told me he had slept with her. I was so hurt. He said he was moving out to be single. BS. Fast forward to today. Neither of us has been staying at the house since he left, but I get a Ring camera notification. It's him moving a table out of the house. So I turn on the audio. I hear a woman calling him baby. The other woman was in my house. She knows where I live. She saw all of our stuff, photos, memories, pet stuff, and she still does this. I feel so violated and unsafe in my home now. I don't understand how he could be so cruel to bring her into our marital home, and then her to not feel an ounce of guilt being there. I think the entire community's response can be summed up by this one individual. Julietia says, "That's a deal breaker for me. I would be done. I'm so sorry you're dealing with this. Do whatever you need to do to yield." Update. Affair partner either dumb or a terrible person. My husband left me after he slept with a girl he met at a bar. They've known each other 2 months, and he moved into an apartment beside her house. I had a guy reach out to me saying he was the affair partner's friend. I agreed to a phone call with him. He said he felt like my wayward husband was using the affair partner. I said he probably was, and told him everything he has done to me. The friend was shocked and said he was going to warn the affair partner. Lo and behold, I haven't heard any updates, but affair partner and this friend no longer follow each other on any social media accounts. So I'm assuming she just completely ignored him, and they had a falling out because the friend understands how messed up the situation is. How could these people do this? I don't understand. Wayward husband has lost me, pets, house, family, and best friends for this. And now this affair partner is losing friends as well. They have known each other for such a short time. I don't get it. Another quick community chime-in from Anxiety is Energy. You have achieved addition by subtraction. You'll soon recognize that your ex did you a long-term favor. Update. The affair partner reached out and made everything worse. Affair partner wrote back to me yesterday asking to hear my side of the story. We had a conversation. She said thank you, and she didn't know that he was a horrible person. She told me she would confront him with all the evidence I gave, and then update me. Then, she never updated me and blocked me. I'm really sick of living this life. Why do they get to pretend I don't exist? They don't care about anyone. They're all cruel. I spilled my guts to this girl. She apologized. None of it mattered. I'm about to just post to Facebook that if anyone supports her or him to just get off my friends list. I used to think airing dirty laundry makes me crazy. I don't give a crap anymore. Some more community comments. First, from Tall, Blonde, and Cute. She might not have blocked you. It might have been him once he found out you two had been talking. Best cut them out altogether. There is no healing in them. Throwaway 216198 says, your post history is really concerning. You're clearly going through it right now. The best thing you can do is block her, him, and anyone else associated with them. The longer you drag this out, the worse for your mental health it will be. Find a therapist, online or in person. Set goals and achieve them. Honestly, I think it might be best to go no contact with them and anyone who knows them, knowing what they're up to, and everything isn't healthy. You have to focus on yourself. If you continue to surround yourself in the toxicity, you're never going to heal. It's like picking at a scab. Update. Post is a social media about husbands cheating. Well, for anyone following my story, I did what many people advised me not to do and posted about my cheater. Together 9 years, left me 3 months ago, still married, to my social media account. I put the audience only as people I knew through my husband, so about 20 people, his friends and family. Was it petty? Yes. Did I hit a breaking point? Also yes. My mother-in-law sent me this text. I know you're hurt, but I'm upset that you put a post up airing you and your wayward husband's personal situation. It doesn't just shame him, but our entire family. I can only imagine how embarrassing this is for his brother, my niece, etc. And it should have been kept private. Not sure if I'll respond or not. I'm sick of being living this hell while he gets to just go out and have fun. F them all. Some community reactions now. Captain Crouton X1 says, ha ha, she thinks you shamed the family? No, he did when he broke your marriage vows. Tell her that. Professional Row 605 adds, yeah, I think if I had received that message, my knee-jerk reaction would have been, maybe if you raised him right, this wouldn't have been necessary. He shamed your family. I am merely the victim of your poor parenting. Public Star 7977 chimes in. You respond with, when the dogs of war are released, we must go where they take us. Your beef is with your son, not me. Blade 982 has a response. I'm upset that you care more about me sharing my story than you do about what your son did to me. I refuse to keep his dirty secrets or to protect him from the consequences of his actions. If you're embarrassed, you should talk to your son about his shameful behavior. Terrible Owl 76 has a question. Why should it embarrass his niece? She didn't meet someone, fall in love, promise to be faithful to them until death do they part, and then have sex with someone else. She's good. The OP replies, the niece loves me, and I love her too. She commented on the post that she loves me and that I will always be family to her. Update. Wayward husband texted me for the first time in weeks. An update. Husband left me for other woman 3 months ago. Throughout the 3 months, we talked and saw each other a handful of times, and he lied time and time again about there being another woman. I have tried numerous times to call or message him, and he always ignores me, cuts me off, or not allowing contact. So I posted to Facebook the other day specifically to his friends and family about what he did to me. Got into a full-blown argument with mother-in-law over it. Then I get a text today from wayward husband. The text says, I hate that despite all the lies and the misinformation you've spread, I still miss you. Wow. The audacity to blame shift and tell me he misses me after cheating on me and abandoning our marriage, house, and pets for some random woman he met at the bar. I've never lied. I've told exactly what happened. He has not once apologized for the hell he has put me through. And back, he told me you didn't care if I were dead. Haven't responded and no plan to. Now back to the community reactions. Regular Bat 4449 says, he thinks he can have his cake and eat it too. Serve those papers and go scorched earth. Live Maze 6410 says, stay strong and say no contact. This is classic manipulation. Cali Guy 75 adds, very sorry that this happened to you. Why continue to be the victim? See divorce attorney and start the process. His actions speak for themselves, louder than words. Move on and start a new life. You can do it. I do hope that your family is supportive along with your friends. The OP responds, they are. I've had the initial consultation with a lawyer, and I've just been busy and overwhelmed with emotions in general about the entire situation. I will likely have it filed soon through the lawyer. Yikes. Get out of this while you still can. Break it off. Clean break. Cold turkey. There's too much game playing here. He's obviously off his rocker. Please surely consider yourself and what this is doing to you. If someone is saying they don't care if you are dead, then they should be dead to you. Enough said. What do you make of this? What should OP do? Next, get it in writing. Baby mama not letting me see my 4-year-old daughter for my birthday. It's going to be 2 years since my ex cheated and we decided to separate. My ex and I have an agreement, nothing official or signed, that I would get my daughter every weekend and she would have her on the weekdays. Any request she has to see her isn't part of that. I always agree to. I try to be amicable. This year is the only year I have denied a request from her. She wants to take our daughter out of the country for a week during Christmas, and I said no because she had her daughter for a whole week for Christmas last year, and this year it's my turn. Out of spite, she said I wasn't allowed to see her for my birthday, which lands on Wednesday. I thought to myself, I'll just celebrate it on Saturday, no biggie. My daughter's grandmother, baby mama's mom, has her birthday that same Saturday, and the last time I dropped my daughter off to the grandma asked if I could let her have my daughter to celebrate her birthday on Saturday, and since she has always been decent towards me, I told her yes, but I would like to have her the following week from Thursday until Sunday since I wouldn't have her for my birthday, or the day I was going to celebrate my birthday. She said she would let the baby mama know and see what she says. Here I am today getting an email from baby mama the day before my birthday, after she already said no. If I would like to drive 50 miles, I moved away after the breakup and I always drive to pick her up and to drop her off to see my daughter for my birthday. She offers me this last minute, knowing well that it is difficult for me to move things around last minute and not be able to see her, so she can then say that she offered me to see my daughter, but that I declined. I of course declined because I decided to work on my birthday and work extra shifts to distract myself from the sadness of not having my daughter for my birthday. She responded with a, "No worries, just an offer." She then said I could pick her up next week on Thursday after 9 p.m. and have her until Sunday. I made it clear to the grandma that I wanted her the full day on Thursday, and I let baby mom know this. She said, "Feel free to tell my mom no to her request. That is between you guys, but the only person you would be making sad is our daughter." Am I wrong here? I'm getting very tired of this, and this isn't the first time she pulls things very similar to this, and it has been 2 years of it, and I'm just getting sick of it. What are my options? I decided to go back to school full-time, so I don't have any money for a lawyer. Even if I didn't go back to school full-time, I still don't think I could afford a lawyer. Can anyone offer any advice? Thanks a lot, guys. Ask for advice and the community shall provide. Boo Boo Kitty Foo 99 says, get a lawyer. Get a custody agreement. You not let her leave the country, much less the state with her. You're going to have these problems so long as there's no legal contract. Terser 78 chimes in. She's weaponizing a child, which is the crappiest thing you can do as a parent. Don't be her. Work extra time and get a legal agreement in place. Don't let her manipulate the situation anymore. Get the protection you need and the best dang father you can be, and resist every temptation to weaponize your child against your ex. It does far more harm than good. Respond to the hate with more love. You're definitely not in the wrong here. She's totally manipulating the system. You have every right to your daughter as she does. She's really putting you between a rock and a hard place. I'm sorry, OP. This is awfully frustrating. I think it's best to get lawyers involved at this point. This agreement isn't cutting it. You need something legal and binding. What do you think? Lastly, a teacher who needs to learn some lessons. Can there be any justice? Update. Love you people and wish I would have married one of you. Hey friends, I am writing for advice. I live in a no-fault state and I'm getting a divorce from my cheating husband. He's the one who left and asked for a divorce, but I'm the one who got a lawyer. He has been representing himself so far. We have 2 kids and it will be 50-50 custody. He's a teacher and had his affair with a coworker at his school, where my 3rd grader goes, and kindergartner will go to soon. He was kissing this woman, who has a husband and kids, in his classroom while his students were at lunch. My daughter could have seen them. Anyone could have. His affair partner isn't leaving your husband. I would never leave him. He doesn't deserve that, and I don't want to. Direct quote. I have to pay this monster child support, so I cannot inform the school they were physically active during school hours because if he loses his job, I could be on the hook. It would affect my children. I have to see his affair partner all the time. My eldest played soccer against her youngest. I have to be around her while she is with her intact family. I haven't missed a single school event despite the panic attacks and diminished self-worth brought on by them. I desperately want to move my children to a school in the district that I live in, but he called me the definition of selfish when I told him I wanted this so that I could actually enjoy the kids' events. My kids' teachers are all his friends. They only go there because he has worked there for 7 years. My lawyer said that this decision would be brought to mediation, and since the kids are doing well there, I wouldn't win. Despite what he did in his classroom. Around every corner that I think I'll turn to find even a smidgen of justice is a fail-safe for him. I have to pay him $100K to get him out of our house, my childhood home. I'm putting my parents in debt with legal fees because I cannot afford them. He is not paying for anything for our home. The division of things in an equitable manner feels horrible. Obviously, I will do anything for my kids and pay that child support for them, but I have been blown to bits over and over, and he hasn't been dinged once. Everyone says to get a good lawyer, but honestly, I don't get it. I have a good lawyer, and I will not have a single win in this. What's the effing point? I should have just done it online. Tell me what I'm missing. He has suffered zero consequences. None at all. He's thriving while I'm being ruined psychologically and financially. He shouldn't have that job. He shouldn't be a local star because he's everyone's favorite teacher. He shouldn't get all of my retirement and a check for $100K. Help. Our first response comes from rage, sadness, all in one. Just because you can't tell his work doesn't mean you can't tell everyone else, especially what he did in his classroom. His friends, your friends, all family, his and yours. I hope you told the affair partner's husband. Anytime your divorce comes up, follow up with, yep, he was making out with so-and-so and in his classroom during school hours, so he had to go. That's a line in the sand for me, and I'm happy to be rid of him. Onward and upward. And once the divorce is finalized, then you can tell his work, and you should. Tell them why you divorced and what you did on company time. What they choose to do about it is up to them. But once it's over, you can go scorched to earth. Mac and Pumpkin adds, I hate your husband. What a piece of crap human. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Matrix Fan 0831 says, I'm so sorry. I really do think cheaters get what they want 90% of the time. The world is just an unfair place. I would consider telling the husband. I think they have a right to know about the situation. The OP responds, I told him if he wanted to know what their relationship was really, like, he can contact me. He thought they were just too close of friends, and he thought they cooled off. They warmed up instead. He didn't contact me. Affair partner contacted my wayward husband to say that I can never contact her husband again, and that I ruined his disposition. He's a lawyer. I hate these people. The affair partner stares at me at soccer games. Stares. It kills me when it's on a night that I don't get my girls because I walk back into my lonely life with her staring at me with her family and all of her work friends and students' parents around her. Least March 7906 adds, maybe you should have just been direct with him and told him up front that you are divorcing your husband because he cheated with his wife, and if he wants evidence, he can reach out to you. Together But Not Whole has this to say, this is the correct action. You made a slight misstep, but you can still correct it. Is he the type of lawyer that you could schedule a free consultation with under false pretenses? If so, that would give you some undivided attention from him in which you can lay it all out there. It doesn't mean it will go the way you want, but I'd say that's a solid way to give you your best shot. Good luck. Z Twilight thinks, make a t-shirt that says, my ex cheated with Mrs. Blank and all I got was this stupid t-shirt, and wear it to every school event, PTO meeting, parent-teacher conference. I'm sorry, I would never have the balls to do that, but it was fun to think about. I don't see how it's selfish to move them to a new district when he was selfish with the act of infidelity. I'm so sorry you're going through all this stress. You'll get his. Even though you can't tell the school, let everyone else know. Is it a possibility to move cities so they're in different sport leagues? I'm not sure how that works, but I think distance is best in this case. Have you experienced something similar? What would you do? And thank you for joining us today in our space. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We hate for you to miss out. And if you want to listen to me tell more stories, check out our lounge where I feature a larger variety of non-cheating related stories. See you there.